Welcome to the next installment in the PDM 2.8 video library. This video will focus on the pre-qualification process. To initiate a pre-qualification of a contact, first we'll open up the PDM Windows client and then select the Contacts tab and right mouse click on the contact we'd like to review the pre-qualification information for, in this case Stan Sub. Right mouse clicking on Stan Sub name will then select Review Pre-Qualification Information. This will bring up our pre-qualification screen, and as you can see, much of the data has already been filled in for Stan. At the top we can see some of the general company information, which was brought forth from the company organization info, as well as the work performed and the service areas. As we move down the list, we can see general information, including information about the primary contact, the chief bidder or estimator, as well as some other specifics about the company itself. Additional company information can be found on the next screen, including licensing information and additional detail about business classification, including certification numbers and certification agencies. The next screen allows us to provide information about the resources that work for this company, including total numbers, different positions, as well as the primary officers. And additional company resource information can be found on the next screen, including union affiliations, local numbers for union information, as well as LED accreditation and BIM capabilities. That then takes us into the financial information, where we can specify general size of projects as well as banking and crediting affiliations they have. Additional financial information includes past work, major work out to bid, and current work in progress. We also can enter a lot of information about the risk management side of things, including general, excess, and auto liability on this screen, as well as worker compensation, surety, and bonding on this screen. We also provided a space where reference information can be put in based on owners, general contractors, other subcontractors, program managers, construction managers, and suppliers that this company has worked with. And on the next screen, additional places for project references as well. Next session deals with safety. Here we can see general safety information, including OSHA logs, and then a series of questions about their safety program can be found starting on this screen and moving to the next two. Finally, there's a place within the pre-qualification to put in a variety of attachments, including EMR verification letters, financial statements, surety letters, OSHA logs, and minority certifications, as well as 3 spaces to put in any other documents that are relevant for this customer. In this way, the general contractor can quickly and easily enter all the information themselves and put that into the pre-qualification record for this subcontractor. You'll also notice on the right side of every screen is a review set of elements that can be updated to specify what the current status is. In this case, we've reviewed the information, so we can say the review status is approved, and we can also provide a rating. In this demonstration, we've put in A, B, C, D, and E, but a customer can specify the ratings they're interested in and customize the system to those specific needs. For instance, excellent, good, average, poor, 1, 2, 3, 4, green, red, yellow, or whatever designation is used. In this case, we'll give them a rating of B. You can specify the date that it was reviewed on and who it was reviewed by, and also enter any general comments that you want to. You can also specify a date that this pre-qual expiration will expire and needs to be re-reviewed. At this point, we can save the pre-qualification and we're ready to move on to another contact. However, one of the benefits of PDM is that it isn't necessary for the general contractor to enter all this pre-qualification data themselves. They can actually have the subcontractor do it for them. This can be done by closing the pre-qualification screen, again right mouse clicking on Stan, but this time saying send a notification to the selected contacts. Now in this example, we're only sending a notification to Stan, but it's possible to send notifications to many people all at the same time. We'll send a notification, and we're going to do an invitation to pre-qualify. We'll then select Next, provide a notification name, We can put in a description, specify the time and date that we want these notifications to be sent. We can also validate who it's being sent to, in this case just Stan. Add any attachments, and then click Finish. This will click off an email and/or fax notification to Stan asking Stan to pre-qualify. We'll bring up a sample email of what this notification looked like. As you can see, it has all the information from the party that's sending out the notification with some general information about the request. And then you'll see a unique username and password down here at the bottom. By clicking on the link where it says click here, a web page now is displayed to the subcontractor that clicked on the email invitation. They're going to log in based on the username and password they were provided. And this opens up the web version of the same information we looked at earlier. Here you can see the general company information, but by selecting the Extended Profile tab, I can look at a different information in the profile, and the subcontractor can either enter this in new or, in this example, put in the appropriate updates. In this case, we'll update the total resources, and we'll go and change the total number of office personnel to 12. We'll select the Review and Submit chevron, review the information, and select Submit. If we turn back to the main screen, again right mouse click on Stan's name and open up the Review Pre-Qualification Information screen again. Click on General Information, or actually Company Resources. We can see the number in the office has been changed to 12. You'll also notice that review status has been set back to pending since the change was made. I've reviewed it. I'm okay. I can approve it and save and close. This concludes our demonstration of the pre-qualification process.